Hello, vinyl community. This is Mike with TCAT's Deep Vinyl Tracks. I'm here today to do a recent finds video. These are actually all finds that I found yesterday. First of all, I want to show 4 CDs. All 4 of these CDs I picked up at Goodwill, and they cost around, I think, $2 to $3 a piece. So first of all, I found this really cool recording of Charles Mingus. This is called The Impulse Story. So it consists of different recordings from when he was with the Impulse label. That looked like a very nice compilation. There it is. And on the inside booklet, there's a good write-up about Charles Mingus. You can see the tracks, and then that on the inside. So, nice little compilation there. That looked interesting. Found this. I'd really love to find this one on vinyl, but I haven't been able to yet. But found a copy of it on CD at least. Grizzly Bears. This is called Yellow House, and this is one of my favorite albums from Grizzly Bear. Has the song that was kind of a single hit. I don't know if it could be considered a hit. Called Knife. Really cool song. Kind of an experimental indie folk band. They do a lot of interesting harmonies, use a lot of interesting arrangements of their instruments that they use. Just really unique sound. A band that I really love, Grizzly Bear, and this is Yellow House. Another soundtrack from Philip Glass. This is Anima Mundi. Don't know much about this one, but I pretty much pick up anything I see from Philip Glass. So there's that. And this EP from Billy Bragg. Of course, Brian from Embryonic Robot is a big fan. This is the Internationale. And I'm familiar with some of his work, but good to have that one on CD. You don't see too many copies of anything with Billy Bragg for sale out there. So those are the CDs. Now I picked up some interesting records. These all came off of Marketplace, and I kind of went around and picked them up yesterday. Some really nice stuff that I never see anywhere, very seldom see. Stuff on vinyl that I've been wanting from different bands, but have been having a hard time finding it. Found some good deals. This first one I picked up for $10, and just in beautiful shape. All of these look like they've hardly even been played. This is from a band that I really like, kind of an experimental avant-garde pop. Some people call them neo-progressive, but the name of the band is Of Montreal. This is, I think, their 4th album. This is their first album they recorded as a full band. The name of the album, it's a long one, is Coquillot Asleep in the Poppies, a variety of whimsical verse. So it is actually music, it's not just verse, but very interesting. It's all based upon a story. There's some nice artwork in the gatefold there. If you've heard much about of Montreal, just a great band. I don't know, I would recommend you check them out. I was really excited to find this particular album. Any of their albums are a lot of fun to find, but this one, glad to pick that up. It's a 2-album set. comes with this insert, which tells you the track listing for the song, since it's nowhere on the jacket. There, like you see, there are 2 records, 4 sides. 3 sides are made up of 7 tracks. The last side is just 1 full track of 17 minutes. So just jam-packed with music. Here's the cool labels. And, you know, on black vinyl. So good to have that one there. I really love Montreal's music. They basically got their name from the lead singer. That was his girlfriend at that time was from Montreal, so that's kind of where they got the name from. At least that's how the story goes. Next, I found this one. I've been looking for something from this band for quite a while, and was happy to run across this. Only $20. Just beautiful copy of this Animal Collective record. This is called Centipede HC, and this was recorded after their huge album. I can't think of the name of it because their albums have some pretty strange names, Meriwether something or other. Very big album from them. This one was recorded a few years later, and kind of returns back to their roots. They're always very experimental. You can see the inside is made of this foil looking material. Really cool. And this particular album goes back to their roots, like I was saying. More, not the lush sound that they had on the Meriwether album, but more of a variety in the music, more noise oriented, like their first few albums were, but a lot of good variety on there too. So it's not all noise. I don't know if many of you are familiar with Animal Collective. I know Randall Weaver, I think it is, has a lot of their albums, and I've been familiar with them for quite a while. Just happy to find something on vinyl, and like the last one, this is also 2 disc set. So there you go, the two records. There's also a DVD that comes with this. The DVD is a 4-track recording of a concert. And haven't looked at this yet, but there it is. Looks a lot like the album cover. But yeah, there's 4 tracks on this. Live performance videos from July 12th, 2011 at the Celebrate Brooklyn Prospect Park show. So excited to take a look at that too. Last thing, this last record has kind of a story that goes along with it, me tracking this down. Like I said, I found all of these on Marketplace, drove around Edmonton and picked them up yesterday. There was one guy that had 2 Hawkwind records I was really excited about picking up, but when it came down to it, when we were supposed to meet, I couldn't get a hold of him. He didn't check his messages till a half hour later, so I messaged him. I needed to find out where his address was and everything. He said, I still got them. You can come pick them up, but he never gave me an address, and I kept asking him, and every half hour, it would take a half hour before he would check his messages. I couldn't sit there waiting around any longer, so I gave up on him. Was kind of bummed out about that because I really like Hawkwind. So I was looking in Marketplace one last time before leaving Edmonton and ran across something that I've been looking for years and years. This is a personal Grail, big time. This guy had this album listed, and he only had it listed for $40. And this record is almost impossible to get new anymore, impossible to get in any shape for that matter. It's really hard to find, and when you do, you pay a lot of money for it. It's become one of my, it's now, since I bought it, become one of my most valuable records in my collection. One of them, not the top, but close. And just thrilled beyond belief to get this, because I've been looking for this forever. And you're probably wondering what it is now. But let me tell you how excited I was when I seen this. I even stayed in Edmonton longer for the guy to answer my message. Drove all the way home, which is an hour away from Edmonton, before the guy finally got the message, and drove all the way back down just to get it again. There it is, the new Basement Tapes, Lost on the River. If you're familiar with this, you know there's quite a story behind this particular album. And let me tell you a few things about this. Back in 1966, Bob Dylan was in a motorcycle accident. It took him away from recording for quite a while, but he continued writing songs during this time. And during this time, he kind of shacked up in a way, I guess, with the band members, and they did a thing called, they did a whole bunch of recordings from songs that he had written. Those recordings, some of those got put together and released as the Basement Tapes, which most of you are probably familiar with that. There were still several songs that the recordings are either lost or never got put on the album, never got completely finished, and some of those songs are included on this. This is a collective of musicians that got together. They were picked out by T-Bone Burnett, who wanted to put this album together, and he got these musicians together that were very interested in archiving and bringing music back to life and that kind of thing. You'll know some of them. First of all, he got Elvis Costello, does some of the vocals on some of these songs, and the vocalists kind of trade off on different songs throughout the entire album. So you've got Elvis Costello. Jim James from My Morning Jacket is involved in this. Marcus Mumford from Mumford and Sons is also involved in this, does some of the vocals. I don't know if you've heard any of his stuff other than from Mumford and Sons. It's actually almost better than some of the material that he's released on as Mumford and Sons, even though a lot of that is pretty good too. I find that feels a little bit samey after a while, so one or two Mumford and Son albums and you've probably got what you need. But let me tell you, his vocals really shine on this album. You can see what kind of a musician and vocalist he really is when you listen to this. Two other musicians are also involved in this. Rhiannon Giddens and Taylor Goldsmith. Not so much known about them, but they do an excellent job. All of the musicians on this do a very excellent job of recording these songs. So Bob Dylan, of course, wrote all of these. A lot of these songs were finished by the lead, whoever the lead singer is for each one of the songs. There's the lyrics, two separate lyrics, one for each record, and they're double-sided. And here's the vinyl. Vinyl is black. Nothing special about the looks of it. Cool labels. You can see there. And let me tell you, I'm just so happy to find a copy of this. It's like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I actually had a chance to get it, and I couldn't believe it was still available. The guy held it for me. I ran back down to Edmonton, picked it up, and so happy that I did. I never thought I would ever have this one in my collection just because it was so hard to get. But there it is, the new Basement Tapes, Lost on the River. So that's it. That's all I've got for you today, but some pretty cool finds there. I was so excited about that. All of those records that I just had to jump on and do this right away. So there'll probably be more finds um, as March comes along and all that. But just excited to have all those. So thank you for watching, and we will talk to you later. Oh, I will be back to do the second review in the series of Deep Tracks reviews that I'm doing. It is, if you've seen my previous videos, you already know it's The Art of Noise's debut album. And I've got that all finished. I'm doing some editing and adding in tracks and that. So that should be coming out probably, I would say, around Sunday or Monday. So we'll see you then. Thank you very much.